Hi guys, good morning. How are you? Today I focus on the introductory part of the book World Classics in Translations. World literature refers to the sum total of world's national literature. World literature refers to the sum total of the world's national literature. Translation helps the circulation of works into the wider world beyond their country of origin. Thus, literature produced at any corner of the world has now been viewed and evaluated in a wider global context. Okay, world literature refers to the sum total of the world's national literature. That is the sum total of world's national literature. The translation help us to know about the works beyond the country of the origin of that particular text. Through the translation of such works, one can understand and evaluate the literature produced at any corner of the world. Okay. Wolfgang von Goethe used the concept of Welt literature in several of his essays in the early decades of 19th century to describe the international circulation and reception of literary works in Europe, including works of non-Western origin. Goethe used the term Welt literature, Weltliteratur, Welt literature in several of his essays including works of non-Western origin. Recently, studies in the area such as comparative literature, world classics have gained much popularity, and the studies have been focused largely on the Greek and Roman classics. Greek and this study focused on Greek and Roman classics and the literature of major modern Western European powers. But a confluence of factors in the late 1980s and 90s led to a great openness to the worldwide. The end of the Cold War and the growing globalization of the world economy and new waves of immigrants from many parts of the world led to several efforts to open out the study of world classics. End of the Cold War and the growing of globalization of the world economy, new waves of immigrants. I hope you know the meaning of immigrant. New waves of immigrants from any part of the world led to several efforts to open out the study of world classics. Through the translation, we people have to know about the world classics like Odyssey, Iliad, Aeneid, etc. Okay, we cannot read Roman, Greek, but through the translation of these works we can analyze, we can evaluate the classical work of Greek and Rome. The explosive growth in the range of cultures, geography, traditions studied under the rubric of world classic has inspired a variety of theoretical attempts to define and limit the field and to propose effective modes of research and teaching. The field of world classics in translation continues to generate debate among the academicians, arguing that too often the study of the world literature in translation smoothen out both the linguistic richness of the original and political force a work can have in its original context. Very important term. From world classic in translation continue to generate debate among the academicians, arguing that too often the study of the world literature in translation smoothen out two things: both linguistic richness of that original text. That linguistic means language base. Both linguistic richness of the original and political force a work can have in its original context. Okay, a political context, we all know that literature of any kind is a reflection of the society in which we lived, in which that particular author lived. That is, socio-political and economic factors of the writer will influence the any literary work. That things translation smoothen out the linguistic richness of the original and the political force work can have in its original context. Okay. Next, we have to understand about some major writers of this text. First one is Wolfgang von Goethe, a German writer. Goethe was a German writer. His work, the reunion, we have to learn, we have to study. Goethe is a German writer. His work we have to study is the reunion. Next, Dante. Dante is was an Italian writer. His very important work, the Divine Comedy, we have to study. Dante is Italian writer, Divine Comedy. Next, Virgil, Roman writer. His very famous work, the Aeneid, we have to learn. Aeneid by Virgil. Virgil belonged to Rome. Next writer is Homer. Homer was a Greek writer. Homer from Greek, and his work Iliad and Odyssey we have to learn. His work Iliad and Odyssey we have to learn. Next, very important person, Sophocles, Greek writer. Sophocles from Greek. His very important work, Oedipus Rex. I frequently told about this particular work in your class, Electra complex, Oedipus complex, etc. Sophocles, Oedipus complex, Oedipus Rex we have to learn. Next person, Hermann Hesse, German writer. His very famous work, Siddhartha, we have to learn. Hermann Hesse's German writer and Siddhartha ennulla work we have to learn. Next, we have Bhasa from India, Indian writer Bhasa. His Karma Bharam we have to learn. Bhasa's Karma Bharam we have to learn. Next, we have Alexander Pushkin. His work I Love You. We have to learn about Alexander Pushkin's I Love You, a poem by him. He belongs Russia. He was a Russian writer. Alexander Pushkin was a Russian writer. I hope you know about this person, this particular person, Alexander Pushkin. Next, we have Russian classical writer Dostoevsky. 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 Dostoevsky's Notes from Underground. His work, Notes from Underground, we have to learn. Dostoevsky's Notes from Underground, he belongs Russia. Next, we have Leo Tolstoy. His work, he also belongs to Russia. A Russian writer, Leo Tolstoy, is The Repentant Sinner. We have to learn about The Repentant Sinner by Leo Tolstoy. Okay. In this class, I just give an introduction to this text, introductory part of this particular text, World Classic in Translation. I introduced almost all writers belong to this paper. I hope you understand what I told to you. You people have to write down all these in your notebook. Okay, thank you.